We are gathering today to express our support for the immigrant and refugee and new American communities that are our neighbors. And we're very concerned about the continuation of the DACA program. The DACA program is very important in all states here in Georgia. DACA stands for Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, and it was passed in 2012. Currently, there are an estimated 43,000 people in Georgia who are eligible for DACA, and maybe 10 to 20,000 who actually took part. DACA provides a work permit and a social security number so that these young people who are brought here, usually they had no part in making that decision to come here, can now work, can go to school, can serve in our military, can open bank accounts, a lot of things that maybe some of the rest of us take for granted. As Georgians, we can take part in actions like this today, where we're conducting a freeze mob to raise awareness as part in the middle of the Decatur Book Festival. There's also other events happening on Monday, but we also need to pick up the phones and open our computers and call our elected representatives and make some noise.
Yeah, the best thing you can do right now is to reach out to your congressmen, your senators, especially Senator Isaacson, as we know he's a little more open on the issue. But there is, our ultimate goal is a legislative solution for Dreamers. So that way they wouldn't be kind of up to the whims of an executive branch. It would be something passed that is permanent. And that is in Congress. It's the Bridge Act, and it can be passed. We just need our support behind it. So to contact your senators, your representatives, to let them know that you want to see passage of the Bridge Act and the DREAM Act, which are two acts that would protect DACA recipients. We've had a lot of bipartisan support coming out in favor of the Dreamers altogether. Like, in theory, we support Dreamers. We want them to be here. But we need to see that go through legislatively. As far as refugees and immigrants are concerned, there's a lot of attacks going on the refugee program right now. The biggest one is appropriations cuts that are coming to the program. Different suggestions to the budget have our cuts anywhere from 18 to 31%, which obviously would affect how well we can put forward our services. But also there are bills like the RAISE Act, which is coming through, which would set the refugee ceiling permanently at 50,000, which would no longer allow us to kind of respond to extended crises that come up in the world. And that is sponsored by our Senator David Perdue here in Georgia. So it's very important for Georgians to keep the pressure up on him, to let him know that this is not something we support. He's not very likely to bend and sway on this issue, but it's still something that he should be hearing every single day from us. Johnny Isaacson has been a little bit back and forth on whether or not he would support it. So we see that as a good position, that we should continue to follow up with him, to talk to him, to share these kinds of stories that are being profiled today, and really to talk to him about publicly coming out in opposition to the RAISE Act.